Mother-in-law had our dog removed from our home and could potentially have her put to sleep. What's going on, Modder Chodes? It's your boy Long Neil back again with another new video, and in today's video we're going over the hot post from r/JustNoMother-in-law. Let's get into it. Today has been the absolute worst, and I've been an emotional wreck. We have a gorgeous 2-year-old Staffy Lab who we've raised since she was 8 weeks old. She's my daughter's best friend, and she's like mine and my hubby's second child. Dog owners will understand. Mother-in-law has blamed me for the breakdown of her marriage, the breakdown of her relationship with her son, and has turned his entire family against us. For 2 days, the calls had stopped, and I stupidly thought that everything was calming down. Oh boy, how wrong I was. This morning, we had a knock at the door from the police, saying we had an illegal dog on the premises, and they needed to inspect it. They were told we had a pit bull, and needed to inspect the dog. My husband let them in, and Zara, the dog, ran straight up to them, tail wagging, and so happy to meet new people. The officers took her measurements, which she happily let them do, and they said her measurements and appearance were found to be similar to that of a pit bull, and they needed to take her away. Me and my father-in-law both started arguing at them, explaining that she wasn't a pit bull and she was a lab mix. They asked us to give them a lead so they could take her for tests. They said if she was found to be an illegal breed, they would have to put her to sleep. Oh my god, I'm butchering this reading, my bad guys. Everything went to complete chaos, as you can imagine. But they did eventually take the dog away, and we're now facing a court battle to get her back. A few hours after they took her, my husband got a text from mother-in-law saying, "You take my grandbaby, I take your dog." My husband didn't respond, but went into a complete rage and stupidly broke his phone in the process. I feel absolutely heartbroken and am terrified they will kill our poor baby for absolutely no reason. Does anyone have any advice on how we can get our dog back? Oh, are you kidding me? So this mother-in-law really thinks they're the reason that her son doesn't like her. Has nothing to do with her doing crazy dumb things like this, which I'm sure she's done to him plenty of times. No, it has nothing to do with her. She's not accountable for her actions at all. And instead of just taking accountability, she goes, "Oh, I know how I could get them back. I could get their dog taken away." And what's going to happen then? Well, if they don't get the dog back, guess what? It's probably going to be put down. So congratulations. You killed an innocent dog for absolutely no reason other than you can't take accountability for your own actions. Woohoo to you. You're a great person. JustNoMother-in-law steals the keys, steals my clothes, and inspects my adult toy box. My soon-to-be mother-in-law took the in case of emergency spare key out of my sister-in-law's kitchen drawer in her kitchen, came to my house while fiance and I were at work, let herself in, and spent about 3 hours snooping through our home. A year ago, I installed cameras outdoors and indoors after my brother's house was burglarized. And since that incident, I've been very serious about home security. It's a good thing too, because I never would have known by the state of my house. Nothing appeared to be moved, but the camera footage is HD. It tells no lies. I'm shocked because she was super thorough in her investigation. This lunatic enters into the kitchen, opens my fridge, checks the expiration dates on all my food containers, smells my milk, smells my leftovers, and takes a Diet Coke. Moves on to the living room. Proceeds to remove my couch cushions to check for dirt. I'm assuming because she's borderline OCD with her cleaning. She was disappointed to find I keep my home meticulously clean. Looks in every drawer, in every side table, picks up my childhood photo album and pretty much studies it. Read my senior year high school yearbook. Moved on to my bathroom. Unfortunately, I don't know what she did in there specifically, but she spent about 35 minutes. Now ladies, I normally don't keep a camera in my bedroom, but my fiance and I recently decided to tape ourselves doing the deed just because. So I got super anxious for obvious reasons as I watched her walk through that door. First, she went into my walk-in closet, spent a good 15 minutes in there, which I couldn't see. Comes out with a pair of my Uggs and puts them by the door. Then goes through my dresser, pulls out a sweater and puts it with the Uggs. Pulls my panties out of the drawer one by one to inspect them. Checks the tags on my bras to see the size, I'm assuming, and then she literally puts this darker greenish colored bra up next to the matching underwear to see if they were a set. Why the F are you judging my lingerie, you psycho? She moves onto my filing cabinet under our computer desk, goes through every single file in the cabinet, reading all of it. My medical records, tax records, pay stubs, college records, court records. I have custody paperwork from my son's amicable joint custody case with his father. And to boot, she took photos of certain documents which I can't distinguish from the video. Looks under my bed and pulls out my toy box. Ooh. Y'all, she touched them. She touched all of them. This woman turned on my vibrator, made a surprised face by how intensely it could go at its highest setting, and says, "Oh dear Lord." LOL. She's an old school devout Catholic woman, and in that moment, I hope she was jealous of my orgasms. She spent 20 minutes covering her tracks before leaving. The cherry on the top of the whole thing was when she walked out of the door with my Uggs and sweater, claiming them as hers. At first, watching it, I was angry. Then, I was livid. But when the woman had my little blue vibrator in her hands, I was just so glad to have got it all on camera. Still, don't know what to do with it. Still haven't told my fiance. And I'm sure he hasn't reviewed the footage because he would have flipped by now. Oh my God. This mother-in-law is out of her mind. Like, literally broke into your house. Something that you could probably get her arrested for if you wanted to. Like, she stole your key, so the fact that she had a key doesn't matter because she stole it. Then snoops through all of your paperwork. Like, what? Why is she looking at all the paperwork unless she's trying to, like, defraud you somehow? I don't know. And then, for some reason, decides, oh, here's something under the bed that looks extra nice. Oh, it's kind of still wet. But seriously, why are you going to go through her dildos? Like, I don't get it. Like, how could somebody be that nosy? Like, what do you think you're going to find in there? Probably nothing. And then you just go out and steal her Uggs. Like, yeah, this lady's going to notice her Uggs were gone. Even if she didn't check the camera, like, right this instant, you took her Uggs and sweatshirt. She's going to realize that's missing, and then she's going to check the camera. So, dumb move by this lady. Step your game up next time. But seriously, I don't know. If I was her, I probably would have tried to race home as fast as possible and catch her in the act. That would, so there's no way she could BS her way out of it. Because I don't know. She's going to say some dumb stuff and probably talk her way out of it. Unfortunately. But, just crazy. Mother-in-law just told my 18-year-old daughter that she shouldn't go to university because she would out-earn her future husband. Sorry for the long post, but I really need to vent some frustrations. I'm from a pretty conservative country. The older generations especially believe in the whole men are providers, women stay at home and give birth shtick. We have our own universities, but graduates from foreign universities are more highly regarded and given better pay and positions than local university graduates. This creates a lot of tension. I studied in Australia, but my husband studied at a local university. I made more money than him for a very long time in our marriage, until he started his own thing. My mother-in-law hated me from the get-go. She only needed to know I had a bachelor's to hate me. Then came the, are you going to quit after getting pregnant? And wives shouldn't out-earn their husbands. It never got better. I got 3 kids, 2 boys and 1 girl. My daughter is the youngest at 18. She recently graduated from high school. She got into the engineering program of her choice in a foreign university, and she's so happy. I've tried shielding her from her grandparents' sexism her entire life, but I couldn't. Not anymore. My granddaughter adores grandma and fully expected to get the same treatment as her brothers from her when they went to study. She saw how elated and happy she was when my sons got into university. So she never thought her grandma would treat her news any differently. I tried telling her that grandma might react a bit differently because she's more old-fashioned when it comes to women, but she didn't want to believe it. Her loving grandma would never do something like that to her. It was heartbreaking to see how excited she was to tell the extended family the news. We share the news with my in-laws, parents, and siblings. Everyone is congratulating her, but mother-in-law was being real quiet. Never a good thing when it comes to her. She then absolutely tears into my daughter. Why are you going to a foreign university? You can't get a husband when you come back. A man doesn't like a woman that earns more money than him. And engineering? Pause. Ladies, any of you that are rich out there, I don't mind if you make way more money than me. So hit me up. Let's resume. It's such a male-dominated industry. It's like that for a reason. It's better suited for men. Have you looked into insert number of female-dominated industries here instead? My daughter bursts into tears, runs upstairs, and locks herself in her room. DH gets brother-in-law to drive mother-in-law home. Mother-in-law calls as soon as I pick up. I get an earful about how rude my daughter is. What a lucky woman I am, since DH is such a good man that he didn't mind earning less money than his wife. But my daughter might not be so lucky in the future. I hang up as soon as I hear that. I have around 40 missed calls from her since. I'm at a loss on how to confront my daughter. On how to comfort my daughter. I knew that didn't sound right. Mother-in-law just pulled the rug from under her. How do I tell her that grandmother is unlikely to change no matter what we say? She asked me, did grandma always think that further education for girls is a waste? Does she think my brothers deserve it more? The truthful answer to those questions is yes. I've been fielding questions from her about what a waste my daughter's college fund is for years. I'll break her heart if I tell her this. Oh, yeah, your grandma or her grandma, your ma is total POS. And just imagine this girl is so happy that she finally gets to go to the college of her dreams for what she wants, goes to share the news, and you go, a woman shouldn't do that. A woman should stay at home, get a husband, and just cook meals and clean all day. Because that's all a woman can do. Like, what? This ain't the 1800s, lady. Get with the program. Like, you realize how stupid you sound to everyone else. And the fact that she thinks a man wouldn't want to be with a woman because they make more money than them. Like, that's freaking insane. I literally could care less how much money she makes. She makes nothing. If I'm in love with her, don't care. She makes 10,000 times more than me. Literally couldn't care. Doesn't make me feel inferior at all because I'm confident in myself and I don't get with someone for the money. So that really shouldn't be a deciding factor. Like, everything about this point of view is so stupid. I can't even back up this grandma for a second. It's just dumb. You're just dumb. All right, Modern Chodes, that's it for the hot post from r/JustNoMother-in-law. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And of course, share this video with your friend, dog. Till next time, peace. That was so dramatic. I'm sorry.